Welcome back. In the previous two segments, we saw the application of Taylor's theory of gauging to calculate the size of the go and no-go gauge. And as the surface of the go gauge, either it is a plug gauge or a snap gauge or a ring gauge, come in contact with the workpiece, so there is some wearing out of the go gauge. So we can actually uh, add the wear allowance to the size of the go gauge to increase its life. So measuring surfaces of go gauges constantly rub against the surfaces of the parts in inspection, thus they lose their initial size due to wear. While in use, the size of go plug gauge is reduced. So go gauge is a cylinder, it is a plug, so because of wearing out, its size reduces, while that of go ring or the snap gauge increases. So I hope you can visualize it. Therefore, the wear allowance is added to the basic size of the go plug gauge. So wear allowance is added to the basic size of the go plug gauge. And the wear allowance is subtracted from the basic dimension of the go ring or the go snap gauge. So the material is added to take care of wear will result in a smaller gauge opening in the case of a snap gauge or in the case of a ring gauge, and it will result in a larger diameter of the plug in the case of go plug gauge. So wear allowance, that is generally 5% of workpiece tolerance, must also be made for the initial wear which takes place on a new gauge. And you should keep in mind that wear allowance is applied to the basic gauge diameter before the gauge tolerance is applied. So in the case of a hole being inspected or some internal feature being inspected, so the basic size of the go gauge will be equal to the lower limit of the hole. So you will add actually wear allowance to determine the basic size of the go plug gauge. So now instead of the lower limit of the workpiece, this one, that is the lower limit plus wear allowance, will be the basic size of go plug. And it will be just the opposite for the go snap. So we will see that actually in the next segment. So wear allowance is not considered for no-go gauge as it is not subjected to so much wear. So the no-go gauge is not actually coming in contact with the workpiece so often, or it is actually coming in contact with non-conforming workpieces only, and they are generally smaller in number. And secondly, anywhere on a no-go gauge puts that gauge further within the product limits, so no wear allowance is applied. So I would encourage you to think over this point with the help of graphics like this. So let's solve same example, that is the example 1, but here we will consider the wear allowance as well. So we had a hole of diameter dimension 1.875 plus minus 0.0015. So the tolerance of the gauges, if a certain class of the gauge is not given, is equal to 10% of the workpiece tolerance. So that was found to be 0.0003. Now the wear allowance is 5% of workpiece tolerance. So that will be 5 into 0.003. So that will be 0.0015 inch. Now the basic size of the go plug is equal to MMC, or the lower limit of the hole. So that will be equal to 1.875 minus 0.0015, so 1.8735. So that will be the basic size of the go plug if we are not considering the wear allowance. But if we are considering the wear allowance, then we will add the wear allowance to the basic size of the go plug gauge to determine the new basic size, that is 1.87365 inches in this case. So wear allowance is applied to the basic gauge diameter before the gauge tolerance is applied. So tolerance is in the plus direction for go plug gauge as we have seen. So now it will be 1.87365 plus 0.0003 minus 0 because we are using a unilateral system. And the size of the no plug will be equal to LMC or the upper limit of the hole. So that will be 1.875 plus 0.0015. So that is 1.8765. So the tolerance is applied in the minus direction. So 1.8765 plus 0 minus 0.0003. So the size of the no-go is actually the same as we saw in example 1. You need a similar drawing. So only this thing has changed. That is the basic size of the go plug, and the rest of the dimensions and the tolerances are the same. So the lower limit actually determines the basic size of the go plug if you are not using the wear allowance, but by using wear allowance that changes. So in this case, this is actually the basic size of the goes, that is 1.87365 instead of 1.8735. So this much is the wear allowance, and that is equal to 0.00015 inches. And the upper limit in this case, this value is 1.87395. So this thing. So that is 1.8739. So this is actually this much is the tolerance zone for the go gauge. Similarly, as we saw in the example 1, that this upper limit is actually the basic size of the no-go gauge. So that was 1.8765, and that is the upper limit as well as the basic size, and the lower limit will be equal to, this thing will be equal to 1.8762 inches. And I hope you can visualize that this much as a whole is the tolerance zone for the workpiece. And we have made sure in all these examples that the gauge tolerance zone is within the workpiece tolerance zone, so that we are not accepting the bad work. So again, this is the tolerance zone for the no-go gauge, and this was the tolerance for the go gauge, the tolerance zone for the go gauge. And you should keep in mind, and you should actually visualize here, that adding wear allowance further actually reduces the workpiece tolerance zone. So this size actually, this range, where we are sure that we will be accepting only good work, has reduced after applying wear allowance. And you should also be visualizing once again the importance of having larger length on the go side of the gauge. Thank you.